Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brady Joker here. Welcome back to a bit of a different video. I'm sitting. This feels weird. I'm sitting and talking to you guys about something. This is weird. Very unprofessional video. I have no power. I have no power, guys. So we're doing this very quick video so I can edit this real fast on my laptop because I can't obviously charge it unless I go to someone's house, which I might be doing, but anyways, we're just going to be going through my vinyls. I don't know, I thought it'd be a bit of a fun little video. I've been collecting vinyls for a better part of a little over a year. The camera just went out of focus. That's okay. I don't really care. Started my first one. I got at the very beginning of 2023. Didn't get a single one until Christmas of that year. And then it's only been uphill from there. So we're going to start with my very first vinyl. To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. Still one of my favorite albums of all time. Used to be my favorite when I bought it. And you know, this album means a lot to me. It's To Pimp a Butterfly. It's, you know, pretty perfect record. And it's great. It's kind of the first album that made me actually process music, pretty much. So, you know, it's mainstream as hell, but you know, I love it a lot. My top 3 songs, I'm going to be doing this for every single one, by the way. Top 3 songs are going to be Wesley's Theory, Institutionalized, and You. Yeah, but How Much a Dollar Costs should also be in there. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Next, I got these next two at Christmas, the exact same time, but next we have The Queen is Dead by the Smiths. 1986, I believe this came out, and this was kind of a groundbreaking record for me, because before kind of I listened to we'll get to Radiohead in a second, but I listened to Radiohead and that was kind of the introductory to rock, but this kind of was like my set in stone. Like, this is like the genre that like really defined what I liked. So yeah, this album means a lot to me. It's a 10 out of 10. Top 3 songs are gonna be There's a Light That Never Goes Out, Big Mouth Strikes Again, and then I Know It's Over. It's gonna be those 3. Next up, we have Radiohead's Today. This is my favorite Radiohead record. Over OK Computer. I know it's a little crazy. I think OK Computer's a little overrated. But this was kind of, I first listened to all of Radiohead's discography in like mid 2022. Fell in love with a lot of their stuff. This was actually not my favorite album by them. It was actually OK Computer when I first listened to all their stuff. Followed then by In Rainbows, and then this one. And then I kept listening to this one, and I fell in love with the bizarre experimental sounds on this record, the weird but also beautiful moments that came, and Tom York is vocally beautiful in this. I think the production is great, and it's fantastic in my mind, and there's still songs on here that I come back to quite often. Particularly my favorite song in here, Idiotech, is still one of my favorite tracks or songs of all time. And also How to Disappear Completely and Motion Picture Soundtrack are also in the top 3 there. Oh man, there's some good songs on here though. Everything in Its Right Place. I mean, this is the self-titled track here. But anyways, this is another 10 out of 10. And I promise they're not all 10 out of 10s. These are just kind of the first ones I got, so they were obviously my favorites when I got them. Next up, we have another groundbreaking record for me, personally, The New Abnormal by The Strokes. The Strokes, also along with The Smiths, is kind of what solidified my love for rock. And this album it came at a time I really needed it. At the beginning of 2023 is when I first heard this whole thing, and Selfless got me through some rough times during that time. This album means so much to me, and I love so much about it. It's my favorite Strokes record, and we do have another Strokes record, but this is probably still my favorite out of theirs. Love this one. My top 3 songs on here. This is one of the hardest top 3s because honestly, there are so many songs that are so perfect and so close together. But I'd say my top 3 at the moment is gonna be Selfless, Ode to the Mets, and then Brooklyn Bridge to Chorus. That's gonna be my top 3 right now. Yeah, that will be a 9.8 out of 10. Strong 8, if you will. Another strong 8 is my next one. We have Igor. And by the way, we're going in chronological order from when I got these. I've kept a list of when I got them, so I know when they are. Yeah, we have 2019's Igor, by Tyler, the Creator. Hands down my favorite Tyler record. Another one that really came at a time I needed it. I had listened to it a long time before I needed it, and then it really just came in clutch for a while. And, you know, it's not my favorite record of all time anymore, but it still is so good, in my opinion. It's easily Tyler's best written, it's his best produced, and it will always be my favorite Tyler record. Top 3 songs are gonna be Gone Gone Thank You, I Still Love Earthquake, and probably, I really don't know what that third slot could go to. I do love A Boy Is a Gun. It might be A Boy Is a Gun, but I do also love Igor's theme as well. That is another kind of strong, like decent strong 9 on that one. Next up, this is obviously when I started getting into my 100 albums in one summer. If you watched that video, which I highly recommend checking out, it still holds up as one of my favorite videos I've made. This was the first album in that journey that I really fell in love with, and so I bought this one very soon after I listened to it, and it's still one of my favorites of all time. David Bowie here gives us incredible ear candy with a gorgeous but very good narrative here to latch onto in this character of Ziggy Stardust. Beautiful tracks here left and right. My favorites are going to be Soul Love, has become my favorite David Bowie song, which I can't believe I'm saying because I never thought anything would overtake Starman, which is second. But yeah, Soul Love, Starman, and then, Ziggy Stardust. But I also love Lady Stardust a lot. 10 out of 10 record right here. Next, Revolver by the Beatles. If you watched my 100 albums in one video, or in one summer video, this came in number 1. This is still, to this day, my favorite album of all time. I don't see it being topped, although something, which we'll get to a lot later, came pretty close recently, but this album is perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Top 3 is gonna be I'm Only Sleeping, For No One, and then Taxman. Those are my top 3 at the moment. But every track on there is perfect. It's my favorite album. Next up, we're gonna breeze by because I really don't feel like glazing this man at the moment. The College Dropout by Kanye West. My buddy Grayson actually gave this one to me. I paid him $20 for it, and he gave this one to me, so very appreciative of him for getting me this one, because this is, bar none, my favorite Kanye record. I was gonna make a Kanye ranking, but now he is like scum of the earth, which he already kind of was, but now he's even lower. Yeah, top 3 songs on here is gonna be, 2 Words, Last Call, Family Business. That's my top 3 on this album. Next, Strokes debut, Is This It? Perfect debut, or not perfect, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but I do love this album. It is so good. It's grown on me so much with age. I think when I first heard it, when I first got into the Strokes, I think I gave this like a 6, which blows my mind. But I come back to it all the time. I think there's so many bangers on here. Incredible debut, one of my favorites. Top 3 is hard to explain. Is This It? And then Soma. That's top 3. Yeah, I give this like a light 9. Next up, Abbey Road by the Beatles. This is an incredible album. It's one of the best produced albums of all time, as everyone knows. The only thing I don't love about it is the medley at the end. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it is still incredible. I love Abbey Road. Not better than Revolver, but still incredible. Hopefully it doesn't get dark before I finish this recording, because we still have quite a bit to go. Anyways, top 3 is going to be, my favorite is I Want You, She's So Heavy, then Something, and then Oh Darling. It's gonna be top 3. That is a decent 9. Next up, In Rainbows by Radiohead. This is my second favorite Radiohead record at the moment. Beautiful, Tom York's best vocals. Gorgeous, gorgeous album. Top 3 is gonna be Jigsaw Falling Into Place, Weird Fishes / Arpeggi, and then, oh man, this album's so good. And then Nude. Yeah. It's gonna be those guys. That is a decent 9, like a 9.6. Next up, Joni Mitchell's Blue. This is so beautiful. One of the most therapeutic album listening experiences of my life. I sat on a beach watching the waves. It was beautiful. I will never forget this album. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Top 3 tracks here: River, which is probably in my top 10 of all time. All I Want, and then Carrie. I love Carrie. Yeah. Joni Mitchell Blue. That is like a strong 9. Next, we have another strong 9 out of 10. Prince's Purple Rain. Dog, it's like one of the best pop records of all time, if not my favorite pop record. Just banger after banger on here. It's so good. Top 3 is going to be When Doves Cry, Take Me With You, and then Would Die For You. That's my top 3 on there. That's like a strong 9. Next up, good old Remain in Light by Talking Heads. This is in my top 3 favorite albums of all time. It's my number 3 at the moment. 10 out of 10 record. Just super fun. You won't have much more fun in life than listening to Remain in Light by Talking Heads. The progression is the best in any album ever. Top 3 is Born Under Punches, Once in a Lifetime, and then probably Houses in Motion. Yeah, that's my top 3 on there. 10 out of 10, duh. Next up, Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon, 1. This is his big breakout record. Not one that I come back to a lot anymore, but this is a very important album to me because it is like, it used to be one of my favorites of all time. So it felt like I needed to get it because this kind of put me on the map of better music, I guess. You know, it's great. I still give it like a 9. Top 3 songs would be still probably Pursuit of Happiness, Soundtrack to My Life, and then Cuddy's Own. Next up, Saturation 3, Brockhampton. Still one of the best to ever do it. 10 out of 10. Big ups to my buddy Diego for selling me this one at a pretty cheap price. Appreciate that a lot. This is one of my favorites. 10 out of 10. Top 3 songs are going to be Rental, Bleach, and Johnny. Next, House of Balloons by The Weeknd. Big ups Grayson for giving me this one for my birthday. This is my favorite Weeknd album. It's so gorgeous and haunting and visceral and surreal. My top 3 songs on it are House of Balloons, High for This, and Coming Down is going to be that third slot there. That is a 9 out of 10, like a solid 9. Next, Some Rap Songs by Earl Sweatshirt. This is another one that I really care for, really means a lot to me, and it's just such a beautiful, messy, incredible, hard-hitting album. And it is easily my favorite Earl Sweatshirt project. Top 3 songs are going to be Azucar. Let's go with December 24th, and then On the Way. Yeah, that is a decent to strong 9 out of 10. Next, in Court of Crimson King Crimson. It's beautiful. It is so freaking good, man. It's another incredibly therapeutic album. It's damn near perfect. Some of the best production, great prog rock album here that started it all. Yeah. My top 3 favorite songs on here are gonna be In the Court of the Crimson King, 21st Century Schizoid Man, and then I Talk to the Wind is gonna be my top 3 for that album. Strong 9. Next, Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick Lamar, bang. Just not as good as T-Bab. It's a bit poppy for me, and I really don't like Poetic Justice, sorry. But it's good, it's amazing, great narrative. It's like a 9 out of 10. My top 3 songs are gonna be Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, Money Trees, and then The Art of Peer Pressure. Next up, Rumors, Fleetwood Mac. This is like another light 9. Just so incredible. Vocals, Stevie Nicks. It's so good. Top 3 songs, sorry about all that noise, is The Chain, I Don't Want to Know, and then Go Your Own Way. But Dreams is also so freaking good. Next up, Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. If you watched my 100 albums in one summer, you know that I put this at like 57 out of 100, which is insane because this would now probably make the top 20. It's still not my favorite Beatles record, but it's so good on re-listens. It is so good. My top 3 is A Day in the Life, Getting Better, and With a Little Help from My Friend. Next up, Rubber Soul by the Beatles. Yeah, it's so good, man. It's Rubber Soul. What do you want me to do? My top 3 is going to be Michelle, In My Life, and Nowhere Man. Next, Low End Theory, Tribe Called Quest. This, my favorite, by far, my favorite 90s rap album. It's not even close, because 90s rap is very hit or miss for me, but this one is a very big hit. I give this like a 9 out of 10. I love almost every single track on here. My top 3 is going to be Butter, Buggin' Out, and then Jazz. We've got that. Nice. Next is gonna be, sorry if it's getting a little dark, I don't have a light. Let It Be by the Beatles. It's their final record. It is so good. I think it's incredibly underrated. Top 3 is going to be Let It Be, I Me Mine, and then The Long and Winding Road. Next, Jimi Hendrix Experience, Axis, Bold as Love. This is my favorite Hendrix album. I know, hot take, I don't care. This album is so gosh darn good. Yeah, so many great tracks on here that I just come back to all the time. My top 3 is Castles Made of Sand, A Rainy Wish, is that what it's called? A Rainy Wish, I think, and then A Little Wing. So that's like a strong 8 out of 10. Next, Beatles White Album. I have like this is the last Beatles, I swear, and this is such an incredible double album. I typically don't like them that much, but this one really pulled through with some great boner jams on it. Probably their most authentic record. Top 3 tracks on here is going to be Martha My Dear, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, then Martha My Dear, and then Blackbird. Yeah. Next, that is a decent 8 out of 10. Next, Angles by The Strokes, incredibly underrated album. I think this is one of my favorites by them. I think it's amazing. It's so much fun. It's so groovy. It's amazing. Top 3 tracks on here is Gratisfaction. Oh man, there's some good songs on here. Machu Picchu, and then Life is Simple in the Moonlight. Ooh, that is like a light 9. Such a great record. Next, we're rearing them out, okay? We're getting close. We got Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? It's Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? I don't really need to talk about how amazing this record is. It's R&B perfection. Top 3 tracks are gonna be What's Going On, it's gonna be Mercy Mercy Me, and then, oh man, there's some, I wanna say Inner City Blues, because that's just amazing. It is like a strong 9 out of 10 for me. Next, again, I don't really want to glaze him, but next we have Kids See Ghosts. Cudi, honestly, even, I've said this since I heard the album, I think Cudi does actually carry this record. I think everything Cudi does on here is incredible. Easily Cudi's best thing since Man on the Moon. Also my favorite album cover of all time. So, top 3 tracks is Fourth Dimension, Cudi Montage, and then Reborn. Yeah, that is like a light 9. Next up, Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. This one has grown on me so much in the last few months. It is so freaking good. Everything she's doing on here is amazing. Such a great songwriter, amazing production. I am in love with this record the more and more I listen to it. Top 3 tracks are going to be He Can Only Hold Her, Rehab, and then Back to Black. That's my top 3, and I give this like a decent to strong 9. Next up, very, very recent love of my life. This is The Stranger by Billy Joel. This I've listened to in the last month, and it has quickly become a 10 out of 10 and my second favorite album of all time, right behind Revolver. This is perfection from top to bottom. I love every song on here. I cannot wait to get more into this man's discography. Top 3 tracks on here are Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, She's Always a Woman, and then probably Moving Out, Anthony's song. 10 out of 10. And finally, just copped Mad Villainy. Big ups to my girlfriend for getting me this for Christmas/Valentine's Day, whatever you want to say. Such one of my favorite rap albums by one of my favorite rappers. He's so good still, and I love this record so much. I am giving this like a light to decent 9, and my top 3 tracks are All Caps, Fancy Clown, and Accordion. That's it. That's all of them. I think that's 33, and just a bit of sunlight to spare. We are done. I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know when that'll be. I do have a very, very different video coming up that I fully recorded. It's a video game, and you're not going to see me at all. It's going to be all voiceovers. It's a massive ranking video that I'm so excited to get out. I just don't have time to edit it right now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this little different little collection video. Just something simple I can get out for you guys while I'm waiting for my power to come back on, which might take a couple more days. Who knows? Anyways, yep, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.